Duncan Banntyne, the chairman of the Darlington-based Banntyne Group fitness business, has warned that gyms will have to close for good if the government can't give a date by which they can reopen. The former star of TV's Dragon's Den has written to the government, pointing out the measures that have been taken at his 73 gyms across the country. They include temperature checks, reduced equipment and cashless transactions. Our business correspondent Ian Reeve reports.
Good morning. Am I able to take your temperature, please?
When members at Banntyne gyms are eventually allowed to return, this is what will greet them.
That's great, thank you. If you use the sanitizer before entering.
It's just one anti-coronavirus measure that's been introduced at the Darlington-based group's 73 gyms across the country.
Spin studio, normally in here you would see 30 bikes full of bodies. We've cut that right down to 10 bikes to get the 2 metre distancing in. Members coming to the club will be temperature tested before they're allowed access. Over 90% of our members in a recent survey have agreed to that in principle. After that process, we're marking up the entire club with 2 metre distancing badges, and we're taking every other piece of CV kit out of order so that you can maintain 2 metre social distancing within the club as well.
And having done all of that, it leaves the well-known chairman, currently in Portugal, rather puzzled as to why the government hasn't given a date for when gyms can reopen.
Well, at the moment, the company is losing just by being closed £2.5 million a month, and we can't continue that forever. We are going to close 1 or 2 clubs, and the longer that this goes on, the more clubs will have to consider closing forever and send out redundancies. We can't continue just paying out expenses every month and have no prospect of when we would open.
Duncan has written to the government, pointed out his 170,000 members are happy to return.
We did a survey of our members, and something like 90% of the members feel it's safe to come back, and they want to come back, and they want the clubs to open. The responsibility from government is for them really to listen to us, give us a date to open, and give us an opportunity to open, and let us show to them that we can open safely.
The government has only said that gyms will not open before July the 4th, and it may be significantly later than that. Frustrating for the £8 billion a year sector, employing 190,000 people, 3,000 of them working for Duncan, working in an industry struggling to keep its head above the water. Ian Reeve, BBC Look North, Darlington.